Hello students, welcome to Agricultural Development Trust Shardabai Pawar Mahila Arts Commerce Science College Shardanagar Baramati. I am Professor Poonam Mishra, brought for you subject secretarial practice, in which we are learning chapter number 3, issue of shares. Students, in the last video we had started the method for issue of shares, in which four option is there: A, B, C and D. In the A option, the point was public share. So now we are going to start the explanation with that. The first method of public shares, which is the A point, public shares, in which we have also understood the two method of pricing. That first one was the fixed price method, FP, we can say fixed price method, and the second one was a book building method. So book building method means, students, I have explained these two concepts in the last video, but I would like to remind you because that is related to this question. So the first method of issue of shares is public share, in which the two method of pricing are followed, that is fixed price method, and second one is a book building method. Fixed price method, it means the number of shares and price is already decided by the company and it is printed on prospectus, means advertisement of the share. And book building method is just like a auction, nilami, lilav we can say. Okay, book building method is an auction method in which the company decides the price range for its shares and company tries to sell their share at the maximum price which is offered by the public. So this is the true method of pricing for the public offer. Public offer means offering the shares to the public. So in that, the first one is the initial public offer. Student, the initial means the first, very first. When the company is offering its shares to the public for the very first time is known as a IPO, initial public offer. So in this, initial public offers refers to the process of offering the share of a company to the public for the first time. A new company or an existing company which had raised its earlier from promoters and investor may offer its shares to the public, and when it is in need of fresh fund. Okay, so students, initial public offer can be done by any company, whether the company is new, whether the company is existing, but the condition is that the share must be issued for the first time only to the public. So it will be called as the initial public offer. For example, if the new company is there, they will directly generate the prospectus and will make the offer to the public to buy their shares. Okay, but in case of existing company who have not yet demanded or offered its share to the public, now they can offer their share in the market for getting the fresh fund. Might be they have collected the earlier fund from the promoters and employees and relatives. So no matter what was the reason, but the initial public offer means whenever the company offer its shares to the market for the very first time. And the company can make the IPO through the fixed price method and book building method, which I have already explained you. Fixed price means it is decided in advance. Price and number of share is decided in advance. Book building method is just like a auction. So what do you mean by auction, students? It's just like a nilami or lilav. You can say the two Hindi and Marathi words are for auction. Okay, so in this the shares are offered in the market and the price range is decided. In that price range, the public will decide at what price they want to buy the shares. The second method is further public offer or follow on public offer. Further public offer, the name itself suggests the meaning, student. Further means when the public offer is done for the first time is initial, and when it is made for second, third or any other time, it is known as a further. So further public offer, follow on public offer. It has two names, further public offer or follow on public offer. So when a company issues the shares to the public after an IPO, okay, after the initial public offer, whenever the share will be offered again to the public, we have understood the reserve capital, issued, unissued capital. So whenever in future the company will offer the shares to the public out of its unissued share capital, that offer will be known as a further public offer or follow on public offer. So further public offer or follow-on public offer lead to the increase in the subscribed capital of the company. Obviously, if the company will issue the further share capital to the public, subscription will increase, means the purchase quantity of the capital will be increased by the public. So it will be known as an increase in subscribed capital. Now, second method of issuing the share is offering shares to the existing equity shareholder. So it's not necessary that every company should offer the share only to the public only. Sometimes the company may offer its shares to its already existing shareholder or the employee. So whenever the company offering the share to the existing equity shareholder, because the equity shareholders are the real risk taker of the company, so now the company wants to give them some benefit. So at that time they decide to offer the share to the existing equity shareholders. So in how many ways the company can issue the share to the existing shareholder? The first one is right issue and second one is a bonus issue. So the little part of right issue and bonus issue we have already learned, students. Let's see what it is. Right issue, when a company wants to raise further capital, it can issue shares to its existing equity shareholder in proportion to their existing shareholding, such as an issue of shares are called as a right issue of shares. So whenever the company, right means fresh issue, whenever company wants to make the fresh further issue of shares, so at that time it's choice of the company whether they offer for the public, whether they are offering for the existing equity shareholder. If they are issuing to the equity shareholder, that will be known as a right issue. So what is right issue? It is an issue to the equity shareholder in the proportion of their existing shareholding. Means if a person has bought 10,000 equity shareholder and one person has bought 2,000 equity share of the company, so the right issue will be offer more to the person or the shareholder who has bought 10,000. Means in the proportion of their existing subscription, this right issue will be offered to them. So share is, and this kind of activity is known as a right issue or shares. Whenever company make the further issue of shares, the existing equity shareholder have preemptive rights. So what is preemptive right? To subscribe the new shares offered by the company. Preemptive rights, it's a meaning only, students. Preemptive rights means the first option to buy. Yes, company has offered the right issue first to the existing equity shareholder. If they do not buy the right issue, then it is offered to other or the public. So a company can make a right issue when it is making private placement. Company can also issue the make the right issue, or right issue can be done by the company in the form of private placement. So now what is known as a private means not a common people. When a securities are offered to selected group of people, it is known as a private placement, student. So the first method of issuing of share to the existing equity shareholder is a right issue, and second one is a bonus issue. So bonus issue, you have learned, student, retain earning. What is retain earning? It is a certain part of the profit which is kept by the company as a saving for the future need or contingencies. So out of that retain earning is also known as a reserve capital. Okay, saved capital. So that reserve capital, that retain earning, if it is collected too much in amount, so the company then decide to issue the bonus share to their existing equity shareholder. So bonus shares are the fully paid share issued free of cost. Obviously this bonus share is issued to the existing equity shareholder free of cost, means the equity shareholder have not to pay any single rupee on the bonus share, because it is given as a appreciation or their for their contribution to the company. So usually and financially sound company issue the bonus shares out of the accumulated. This word you have already learned, student. Accumulated means what? Collected. So from where the retained earning is kept, it is a accumulated profit every year. Okay, accumulated or distributable profit or reserve. Hence the profit or the reserve are capitalized. So in this way, when a company issues the bonus shares out of the reserve fund or the reserve capital or the retained earning, it gets capitalized, means it is converted into the capital. So it is also called as a capitalization of reserve, means issuing the bonus share is also known as a capitalization of reserve. Next method of issuing is offering share to existing employee. The previous option was in how many way the company can issue its shares. The first one was the initial public offer, means offer was made to the public. Second one was a offer to the existing equity shareholder. Now it is a offer to the existing employee. So picturize these words in your mind, students. Means the company is issuing the shares to its employee who is working in the company. So a company can raise the fund by offering the shares to the existing employees as follows. So the first method is employee stock option scheme. After that, employee stock purchase scheme. And after that, SARS and sweat equity shares you will come to know in the next slide. So what is employee stock option scheme? Under this scheme, permanent employees, means the fixed employees of the company, directors and officers of the company or its holding company. Holding company means any company. Holding company means any company, okay, who has bought 51%, means more than 50% of 51% of share of another company. Okay, for example, Punjab National Bank has taken 51% of Oriental Bank of Commerce. So Punjab National Bank will be the holding company and the Oriental Bank of Commerce will be the subsidiary company, students. Okay, understood all of you? So it means whenever the share of any company is bought more than 50% by any other person or by any other company, it is known as a holding person or holding company. So employee stock option scheme is offered to the existing employee, director, officer and also to the holding company who have bought the 51% share of this company or the subsidiary company, or are offered a benefit or right to purchase the equity shares of the company at a future date at a predetermined. For example, in case of Punjab National Bank and Oriental Bank of Commerce example, Punjab National Bank is a holding company. Oriental Bank of Commerce is a subsidiary company. So subsidiary company can also have an option of employee stock option scheme. So right to purchase the equity share of the company at a future date. So this is the offer basically for the future date at a predetermined price, means already decided. Predetermined means already decided, students. So keep this word in your mind. You can't replace this word, but you should know the meaning. Already decided, predetermined. You should remember this word while writing the notes. Okay, so already decided. Next is employee stock purchase scheme, ESPS. Now it's an employee stock option scheme and second one is an employee stock purchase scheme. Let's see what it is. Under this scheme, the company offer its equity shareholder to its employee at a discount price. Okay, so the new word is added, discount price. It is given to the, this offer is given to the equity share, this option is given of the equity share to its employee, but at the discounted price, which they can buy at a future date. Means they are not allowing them, they are giving the benefit that the employee can buy these shares who is having the face value of 10, then the employee can buy at rupees 8. It means it is a discounted price of the equity share. So the company deduct the certain amount from the salary of the employee towards the payment of the share. And for this, it is since it is issued at the discounted price, what the company do, the company deducts some amount out of the salary for the payment of this discounted shares. Third option is a stock appreciation right scheme, SARS. Stock appreciation right scheme. So stock means bundle of share, appreciation means increment, right means authority, scheme means method. So stock appreciation right scheme. Under this scheme, the employees are given a right to receive appreciation. So these shares are given to the employees in the form of appreciation. Means we can say the applause, appreciation means benefit to the employee just because of their hard work. So it is a appreciation in the value of specified number of share of the company at a future date. If the company is too much happy by the performance of any employee, so the company can give the SARS to that employee, means the company is giving appreciation to his work. So the company allot a specified number of the stock or the shares. The bundle of share is known as a stock. So stock appreciation right unit that are linked to the value of the company shares on the date of allotment. On the relevant date, that is future date, means on a future date this will be issued depending upon the appreciation decided by the appreciation value decided by the company for that employee, which are linked to the SAR units. So the employee is paid the appreciation value in cash or through the equity share. So these shares are issued in the form of cash or the equity shares, and this is known as a stock appreciation right scheme. It is given to whom? It is given to employee who has given the great contribution for the company performance or for the company's benefit. So SAR is a form of bonus, or it is a appreciation. It is a incentive for the hard work given by the employee. So SARS is a form of bonus compensation given to the employees if the company perform well and its market price shares goes up. At that time the company decide to give the SAR. So the employee does not have to pay any single amount for buying such kind of appreciation share. Okay, so next is a sweat equity shares. So what is sweat equity shares? These are the shares issued by the company to its directors or employees at a discount or for the consideration other than cash. So these are the shares issued by the company to its directors. So you have to remember the word directors. Sweat equity shareholders, equity shares are issued to the directors and employee, and with the discount or for the consideration other than cash. So other than cash also it can be given, means in the form of equity shares. So it is issued in the recognition of their valuable. Recognition means appreciation, we can say. It is also the another word given for appreciation, students. So it is the meaning of appreciation only. It is issued to the employee or director for the recognition, for the noticing. For the proper word for recognition will be the noticing, means they should notice how much the hard work is done by a particular employee or the directors. So it is a recognition for their valuable, means very precious contribution to the company, which has resulted in the increased profit of the company. So sweat equity shares holders are always issued on a pari passu. So what do you mean by pari passu? Pari passu means on equal footing, that is will be treated as a par with the other equity share. Means sweat equity shares also is just like a bonus or benefit. So it is always fully paid up, it is always considered as a par. So the name for fully paid up and par is a pari passu. Okay, next is fourth option for issuing the share is private placement. that we already know what is private placement. It is given to a selected group of people not exceeding 200. For example, if any college is having 200 employee and the college wants to collect the fund, and what they will do, they will offer their share to their employee, and that is all staff are only the teaching group. So teaching group will be the person who will buy the share of their college. So when the company offer the security to a selected group of person not is exceeding 200 is called as a private placement. Securities means student in that share, bond, debenture, all things comes, and share means only equity shares and preference shares. So a company can make the private placement in two way: right issue and preferential allotment. So right issue we have already discussed under the page number 44. Same explanation you should write here. And preferential allotment, when a company issue the specified security, means equity shares, debenture, bonds, that can be converted into equity shares in future to a selected group of person on a preferential basis, it is called as a preferential allotment. So students, hope you have understood this concept. Even though some doubt are there, come to the Google Meet session, ask your doubt and be ready for discussion. Thank you.